Hi guys, so I'm back with another video, and this time it's going to be about how to be successful in your PA interviews. So tip number one seems very common sense, but it actually is not, and it's dress to impress, okay? So if you're gonna wear something, make sure that you are proud of what you look like and what you are wearing, and that you are very, very confident in that day, and that you are happy with how you present yourself, okay? My second tip is to always bring a pen. If you bring a pen, you never know when you're gonna need it, okay? You never know if you have to write your name tag because it's not already written in. You never know if a faculty member wants your pen for something that they have to do, and all of a sudden you're the person with the pen. So bring a pen because it will be helpful for you. Third tip, and the most important tip, is to smile frequently. Smile always, and don't look for a reason to smile. Just smile, okay? And what I mean here is not hysterically start laughing, or don't start to just smile when the faculty is trying, or the director or someone is trying to be serious about something. But what I mean is to have a genuine smile. Like you're happy to be there. You know, you're happy that of every second that you can get, even though you are so nervous. If you can smile, but not overdo it, okay? I'm not saying to just start laughing or giggling out of nowhere. But if you can smile and to just be happy, just be a happy person, you will attract people, okay? And that might mean that you attract the people who are interviewing you. That might mean that you attract somebody that you haven't spoken to already, that has noticed how you are and influences your decision to get into that school. You might attract anybody. So number 4, your interview starts from the time that you set foot to that campus, or your car sets foot to that campus. When you're looking for parking, how you're dealing with the people that you come in contact with while you're walking to your interview, even if that's a random person the leaf blower, or if that's someone that you have to deal with when you're finding parking. You never know who's going to influence the decision that you should come to that school or you should not come to that school. And small things, even though we don't see it, they make a huge difference. So always be professional, always be courteous. So that was my 4th tip. My 5th tip is look people in the eye, okay, when you're talking to them, especially when you're talking to people that you're interviewing with. You need to look them in the eye, even if they ask you a question that you really don't know how to answer, that, and that you need to take a moment to look somewhere else and think. Make sure that you're bringing yourself back, you're catching yourself doing that, and then look them in the eye. What I suggest is, even when the faculty members are taking notes about what you're saying, keep on looking at them in the eye, okay? Because they want to know that you're able to still pay attention when they're not directly looking at you, but you should directly be looking at them, okay? And that's also a really good way of remembering what you want to say, because even though they aren't looking at you, you're still able to focus because you're still looking at them, okay? You just have to gaze your eye up and down. So the 6th thing is to be helpful, and I don't mean this as in, you know, start to like clean up when everyone is leaving, or to, you know, offer to get the director or the staff coffee or any of that, you know, not like that. But I mean be helpful as in, if you see that they need hands setting up if you get there early, or if you see that they're passing out papers or they're passing out name tags, and if you could help them expedite that process, then do so, okay? Don't hesitate to do so. Okay, number 7 is to talk to your fellow applicants that you're sitting around, and, you know, build conversation. Don't be all to yourself and quiet, but you don't want to talk too much, okay? You don't want to just start talking, and like now the director is, or whoever the faculty member is, trying to start the interview here and introduction speech and all that stuff, and you're still talking here with your new friend. So don't do stuff like that. So talk to people, talk to everybody, but just don't talk too much. Step number 8 is to not brag. So this is something that I saw a lot in my interview, especially, was that my partner just kept on bragging about everything that she's amazing at. You don't come out as genuine as people like, and a lot of people kind of get pulled back by how you act. So I highly recommend you not brag. It's okay to show your accomplishments, to talk about what you're good at, but do so in a way that doesn't sound like you're bragging. My 9th tip is to be humble and yet outspoken. So being humble is very important because we're dealing with patients our entire career, and a lot of patients that we're helping are from lower socioeconomic classes. They're different ethnicities from us, and they might not have the same education that we have. And we have to be able to explain things to them in a humble way and not be like, come on man, everybody knows where the gallbladder is, how come you don't? You know what I mean? So you need to be humble. And that's a skill that you need to learn. But you need to, in an interview, you also need to be outspoken. You know, you need to be able to take the knowledge that you know and use that to answer the questions, to work in group activities, and not kind of be timid and be like, oh, I know the answer, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to come off as a show-off. That's not how you should be in your interview day. You want to be humble. You don't want to, when you don't have to answer, you don't want to just jump up and be like, oh, I know this. So you want to be humble, but you also want to be outspoken. 10th thing, and I did this personally for my interview, and I did get accepted to the school that I did this at. I only did this at one school, and that was to write a thank you note before you leave your interview. A thank you note is always a good thing, and people remember that, so I highly recommend that. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you did find this helpful, please thumbs up this video so that I know that you like videos like this. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or leave a comment actually, and I will look into it. Thanks, bye.